What's up? What's up? What's up? I got 2 podcasts dropping in the next couple hours. What's up? What's up? What's up? What's up? What's up? What's up? Man, I've been striking out with the ladies. The closest I came was I danced with this chick and then I got her sister's Instagram. That's how I ended my Tuesday. I was a menace. That was what, on a Thursday? No, dude, the day start. It was karaoke night, whatever that night was. So it was like Thursday. But dude, my Tuesday was weird as fuck. So I first started off with, all right, so I know there's a little nepotism in comedy. I used to say it, but now I've proved it. And, that's okay. I just wanted to know that I'm not crazy. I've had people call me delusional, and it's like, man, but when I'm right, they don't say anything. You know what I'm saying? They're saying it out of their own insecurity to either keep you down or to, because they don't see it in themselves, right? This ain't no motivation. This is just what I've seen. Anyway, so I was proven right, though, when they were calling me this shit, right? Because, about certain topics, not about this comedy stuff, but about certain topics in life. And I was right, and nobody said anything. So, with that being stated, I was this nepotism. So I went to the comedy. I went to go do some comedy, right? And this dude who, all right, so everybody gets bumped on the. I think bumped means cocaine. To be honest with you, I'll bump you. Kind of like gack meant heroin. Nickelodeon was bad, bro. It meant some shit like that. One of them shit, slime meant heroin, or some shit like that. Gack meant heroin. Give me some of that gack. It's got to be shitty heroin. Remember when Odd Future was like, I like cheese, I like cheese, I like cheese. Now, when I learned about what cheese was heroin and aspirin. So when they're going, I like cheese, they're saying I like heroin and aspirin. Hint, hint. You get what I'm saying? Or they could just be saying I like fucking cheese, dairy cheese, but still, gack, heroin. Anyway, nepotism. So this dude wanted to hit the blunt, and I was like, nah. So I made him, I skipped him 2 rotations, like 2 full rotations, and then I let him hit the blunt, right? And he was like, I said, man, I'm not gonna, I said, you bumped me. And he was like, okay, well, I'll do it again then. I just said, so. I just shrugged my shoulders and I was like, so. He said, I don't know why you're salty, man. She's dope. I never said she really wasn't at that moment, but I mean, she's okay, but it's the whole principle of the matter. There's a fucking list. You know what I'm saying? What's the point of having a list if you're not going to use it? You know what I'm saying? So, but this is the Ross podcast. I just woke up. Ate some oatmeal and some fruit. I'm giving you this podcast to the universe. So what's up? What's up? What's up? So with that being stated, I was thinking, I had a couple thoughts. That's why I'm alive, right? Because if you're not thinking, then you're dead. Anyway, but it came across that there was some slime mold that was smart, right? There was some smart slime mold or some smart fungi that was able to figure out mazes and shit like that, right? So, first off, I just saw this commercial where this raptor was talking to these people about not going extinct, and it looked like it was a world nation sign behind this motherfucker. And I was like, what happens if that's just like a fucking raptor? And he was like, well, we had the fucking comet that took us out, right? The comet took us out. And I was like, all right, cool. But what's this? There's always some symbolism. I always look for symbolism. I don't know. Maybe it's just me. Because, like, you can't change a symbol. Like they say, you can't change a symbol. Even though people turn symbols. Like, the one that crazes me out the most is, I grew up Christian, right? I still read the Bible. And I still read the Quran. Well, no, I still read the Bible every now and again. And I read the Quran from I read the Quran every now and again. And because I picked that up a couple years later. You know what I've noticed? Sometimes I get excited and accidentally say shit. Like, I told this dude, I was like, hey, man, I sparred world champions. And I was like, that slipped out, bro. What the fuck? No, bro, you sparred him. He's just a world champion. I think he knew what I meant, but this one dude, he was like, all right, here's another instance. So these people saw my fight video, right? And what's it called? What's it called? Oh yeah. He was like, man, he's got some fight videos. He said, you got another fight video? And I was like, yeah. No, I don't. What the fuck? I meant to. I didn't mean to do that. I just meant, like, I kind of just wanted them to go on my page. People just go on my page and just watch my shit more than anything. But I still believe that, like, okay, I don't know how racist Instagram is or anything like that, because I see some people's skits and they do pretty well, right? But, like, I don't know. I think the numbers are rigged too. Because some of those videos I feel like should have done way better. I feel like, yeah. So, with that being stated, it was like this raptor talking to humanity. And I was like, what if that's like an alien, nigga? Like, I'm supposed to be an alien. Or like, alien DNA is in that raptor. Like, how the fuck did we get so fucking smart? Like, I just don't believe that one cell became all this fucking life. That just seems so implausible. And then we humans just happen. Get the fuck out of here. Wait a minute. So you mean to tell me a comet wiped out most life, right? And then there weren't any humans around. And you mean to tell me that fucking a big ass comet is going to come wipe out all life, most of it, right? I just said that. And then a fucking cell going to turn into a fucking driving, thinking, motherfucking eating machine. One cell turns that complex after they said humans have been around. Well, technically it's the chicken or the egg. So what came before humans? They say Neanderthals, right? Or apes or whatever the fuck, right? But Neanderthals, we all originated probably on Africa, right? So one cell got divided. This one cell was on multiple fucking continents and shit. And then they all turned into fucking dinosaurs and alligators and shit. Get the fuck out of here. No. I'm not buying it. I'm not buying it, bro. I'm not buying it. It just doesn't make any sense. So that one cell was probably in different places of the world, right? In different areas, let's say this cell was basically, what's that one fucking word? It was different multi-organism cells, but also one single cell. So eukaryote and what's that other fucking cell? Eukaryote and prokaryote, some shit like that, right? Cells. bunch of those laying around, and then one turned into an alligator, one turned into a big ass dinosaur. No, I'm not buying it. I'm not buying it. And then we just happen, and then a big ass comet comes, poosh, and then fucking no dinosaurs, maybe, except what's reminiscent of dinosaurs, the evolution of dinosaurs. So what came before humans, right? And how the fuck did we get so complex? I fucking thought about it. Here's what I think. Even aliens had to come from somewhere, right? So what happens if it's, remember that motherfucking movie, The Edge of Tomorrow with Tom Cruise, right? You know, where it, you know, the cell waited for the largest organism to strike before it went bow, right? Spoiler alert. That's what he was explaining. So that fungus, what happens if that fungus, where did that fungus come from? That smart fungus, right? Fucking chances, right? Let's just go chances. We could say this fungus was here for like millions of years, right? And then maybe, because the fungus was able to figure out mazes. So there's always something in evolution that like caps even apex predators, right? Fucking people, but not even that. Even if it wasn't people, it'd probably be something that would hunt a lion, right? You know, where it's like a tick. You know what I'm saying? A tick. Or, you know, there's always an equalizer. There's always an equalizer in evolution, right? Always an equalizer. So it may not be fucking, you know, humans necessarily that are a threat to lions, but ticks are. You get what I'm saying? And enough ticks will take a lion down. You see how big those ticks get in the fucking wild and shit like that? Are these niggas waterproof? Like, how long can they survive underwater? Because that shit crazy. Maybe, you know, lions don't get that. You could just go underwater for a couple hours and then ticks will fall off. But anyway, ticks, you know, fucking, and for humans, it's diseases and shit. So, small ass shit that can take us out, right? So, what happens if this smart fungus, like, okay, hold on. So, in evolution, there's that plant, right? Like for ants and grasshoppers and slugs and shit, there's that spore that motherfucking, when the ant, grasshopper, or slug or whatever touches it, it infects them to repopulate, right? It'll drive the ant mad. It's kind of crazy. It'll drive the ant mad to go up a tree, and then the ant will bite down, and motherfucking the spore will shoot out of this motherfucker, out of his head. And even the ants know about this sickness, because ants are like the smartest animals on the planet besides humans, right? And even still, you don't know what they be driving down there, bro. We've never actually seen an ant drive, but still. There's the driver ant, though. There's no driver human. We just drive. Anyway, with that being stated, so what happens if that happens to, like, you know, a Neanderthal one day? You know, it ran across one of these spores, and then it was like, man, fuck all that. I got to get out this cold. You get what I'm saying? A spore infected one of these motherfucking an ape or a fucking Neanderthal, and then, you know, through evolution and time, it was like, all right, cool. You know, maybe we were all infected by like spores to a certain degree. These spores designed to take out motherfucking the Neanderthals or, recreate with the Neanderthals. So it got in their brain, but instead of sprouting out of their heads and shit like that, because of evolution, it was just like, well, for whatever reason, the spore was like, this is a good host. You know what I'm saying? Or maybe through evolution and time, it stopped fucking exploding through the fucking ape's head or some shit like that and was like, all right, suitable host. Because every time we start discovering shit, I decided to blow out through this motherfucker's head. So instead of exploding through the stomach or shit like that, you know what I'm saying? It was like, all right, well, we're just going to bond with it and then start building shit. So what happens if we're just infected spores through evolution and time, we started building shit? Because that would make sense. But to just say that we just was on this planet and then we develop all of this shit from one fucking spore, one fucking cell or even multiple cells. No. Say Pokemon, motherfucker. Okay? One fish was like, I'm just going to lay here. And then that died, right? Because the fish couldn't swim. And then the next fish was like, well, I'm just going to go a little further. And then jumped out of the water and then it died too, right? Or there was one big fucking drought. And then all the water fish, they died, right? And then some grew legs before they died. Get the fuck out of here. No, bro. No, it doesn't make sense. That makes a little more sense to me. Some spore infected like an ape or some shit like that. But did we evolve from apes? I doubt that. Because there's still apes around, bro. But there's still apes around. So what came before the ape? Like they said, the chicken or the egg? Which came first? The chicken. Because the chicken is the way they explained it was the fucking chicken is is what we see now. Everything, but there was a past version of the chicken. You get what I'm saying? There was a past version of the chicken. And it didn't necessarily look like that. Right? So, there we go. So with that being stated, we are the furry-less creatures that we are due to evolution and time, right? So what did we look like before, right? We're the only ones that fucking drive cars. Maybe the reason why we hunt is not because we're soulless creatures who like to just kill shit. But maybe it's because we have an innate instinct to eliminate competition. An innate instinct to eliminate competition. What happens if it's that? What happens if it's just the innate instinct to eliminate anything that's competition? It doesn't even matter. It's just we see you as competition and it's evolution to just eliminate. I think I'm not going to even condone it, but it's going to get a little dark. I think murder is in our evolutionary trait because that's all we do. It happens so much and we ask, why do we do it? Why do people murder so much? It's in our evolutionary trait. It's in our evolutionary, because when you look at it, we do it all the time. Murder and fuck, like that one dude said. Murder and fuck. Before we were fucking sitting around watching TV, we were murdering and fucking. And then one of us got infected with a spore and then was like, man, fuck all that. I'm going to build a house around these niggas so that way they can't come in here and murder me. It wasn't a good house. Maybe. We don't know. We don't know. But he was like, man, I'm keeping these niggas out. And then that person started developing less hair. You get what I'm saying? Went out in the sun one day. No, he went and found a hairy bitch, or she went and found a hairy motherfucker, and then they did it. And then it was like, well, we're going to stay inside from these crazy motherfuckers. And then they started developing less hair. But that's after getting infected with the slime mold or the spore or some shit like that. Dude, that makes so much more sense to me than... But then how the fuck did we get here? That makes more sense to me as to how we got so fucking smart as humans. That makes more sense to me than we became fucking cells that walked about the water. You know how many tries that would take? You fish, if you take a fish right now and throw it on land, nigga, it's gonna fucking die within a few minutes, right? And you take another fish, it's gonna die within a few minutes, right? Because that's just gonna happen. So what I'm saying is, if an infernal fireball came down and hit the fucking earth and dissolved every fucking ocean for a second, the remaining fish didn't get the fuck up and start walking, and fool, they died. And then they're not gonna grow legs millions of years later because they're fucking dead. A dead fish can't grow legs and then get up out the grave and then start fucking walking. So maybe it was all just spores. Yeah, maybe the whole earth was infected with one big ass spore from a comet. There we go. Bam, a comet hit the earth. Bow. And then due to heat, pressure, and all that fucking scientific shit, we get all this shit, which was mainly green grass and shit and all that shit. You know what I'm saying? I think it was God, bro. I think God created all this. That makes sense too, like real talk. But that's scientific. I mean, it has some validity, but I have my own theory. It's either God, a comet. No, God, a comet, or some spores. But where do the animals come from, though? Like, yeah, maybe there were some... some single cells, some multi-cells, and then, but where did they come from? That's the thing. Something had to come from somewhere. But I don't know that. All I'm saying is that's probably how humans got so smart. And my theory was some slime mold got infected into one of these motherfuckers and then was like, all right, I'm going to go get cold. I'm going to go get warm from this motherfucking heat. I mean, yeah, I'm going to go find shelter. The motherfucker was like, oh, shit. The motherfucker became aware, is what I'm saying. He was like, oh, shit. It's about to get cold. I'm going to go find shelter. Or maybe it just instinctively did some shit to protect himself from an enemy. Because why do we have shelter? To keep ourselves from everybody else, right? And everything else that could possibly harm us. And you know what I'm saying? That's an evolutionary trait. that we inherit to want to be sheltered, I think. You know what I'm saying? The sense of like, all right, it's about to get cold now. I should go put a fucking jacket on. It's about to get hot now. I should go put some long sleeves on and maybe some long pants on. Why? To keep my skin from burning. There you go. And a hat. Yeah, that's my thought. And that's why fish, you know, they have their level of intelligence. But still, whatever if the world is like Men in Black? He said, man, you still don't get it, do you? He opened that locker. Because Men in Black's endings are fucking awesome. They probably have some of the best endings ever. The first one was pretty live. And then the second one was super live. I don't remember the third one, though. Yeah. Or was that the third one? Oh, I don't know. Dude, but I know MIB has some live endings, yeah. Like some super sci-fi endings. You know, it seemed kind of rambled and jumbled up. I'll be doing some more I know this this podcast seemed kind of jumbled. Hopefully you kind of understand what I'm saying. You know, that's just my take on how we got so fucking smart. Because there's evolution for sure, but like, what events? Like, I don't believe we just walked up out of the water and started driving cars 2 million years later. No. Or we were even on land, or we were flying and landed, and then, you know, he was like, oh shit. Because you're not going to tell me some 6-foot condor was like, all right, I'm going to land and start walking around. And then I'm going to go hide in a fucking tree, call it home, and then these wings are going to fucking turn into hands. No. And instead of a beak, I'm going to lose my mouth. I'm going to use a mouth. Like I said, okay, so the dinosaurs, remember in the movie motherfucking Jurassic Ass Park, where he was like the raptor is probably like the smartest motherfucker next to humans, right? So, okay, I'll believe if velociraptors were that fucking smart, I'll even believe that like an alien came down and like fucked it, right? And then that's how we got humans, right? I'd believe that. That makes sense. You'd be like, okay, aliens was around fucking shit, and they was just trying to see what kind of babies they produce. You know what I'm saying? Had Majin Buu antennas and shit. Like the Smurfs. And then they just went around sticking their heads and shit. And then went around sticking their heads in like dinosaurs and chickens and shit. And getting fucking fish. That's how the fish got here. Get that? That's how we get lizards. All right. I'm going to drop a couple podcasts. I'm going to be doing comedy. I'm still dropping skits. I'm the king of content creator. Now, when I say that, I say I'm a king of content creator. When I say that, it's not saying I'm the king of content creator. It's just I'm one of the kings of content creator. There's been multiple kings, and they've ruled in different areas. right? So with that being stated, I'm signing out. Y'all be easy. Renegade I am, always going ham. Got the universe quaking. Yeah, it was shaking. Oh, I got that right the first time. All right, signing out.